This video is designed to help you start a soap making business. At the end of the video, you'll find a valuable gift. It's a soap making business plan that you can download, and will lay down for you, step by step, everything you need to know to start a successful soap making business of your own. If you are new to this channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button for more videos like this. Soap making has been a popular hobby for years, but some talented creatives are putting their skills to work by making and selling soaps. Soap makers typically create handmade, unique soaps that offer quality and features that commercial, large-scale soap products don't offer. Soap makers may sell their soaps online through their own e-commerce websites, or on sites like Etsy. They may also negotiate space in gift stores and smaller shops to reach a larger audience. Many soap makers work out of their homes, which can save businesses money over renting space. Soap makers often handle their own marketing, packaging, and shipping, too, so talents and knowledge across multiple skill sets are important in this industry. Larger businesses may expand into more formal business spaces, but many businesses stay small but profitable. It's important to realize that only a small portion of your time will be spent making soap when you have a soap making business. Modern soap making estimates that you should spend just 20% of your time making soap. The rest of your time will be devoted to other elements of your business, like product photography and marketing. Choosing a target market. While everyone uses soap, soap-making businesses tend to target more specific audiences. A soap maker might market to adults who value vegan, eco-friendly products. Another business might market to buyers who like to give beautiful soaps as gifts. The specific target market will largely depend on a business's branding and the products that it creates. Selecting a location. It's possible to start a soap-making business out of your home's kitchen, saving on rental costs. As the business expands, you might choose to rent a storefront or workshop space. Rental costs will depend on the type of space, size, location, and available amenities. If you are working out of your home and renting, be sure to check out your rental contract first before starting. Promoting your products. Marketing is particularly important for soap-making businesses, especially because many of these businesses don't maintain storefronts where customers can see the products. Instead, soap makers rely on marketing techniques, like social media marketing on platforms, online advertising, and even print advertising. Some business owners may network with other local store owners to sell the soaps in the stores. Local farmers markets, craft shows, and other events also make for good venues to display your soaps. Photography is also often a challenge for soap makers. When selling your soaps online, good photography matters. Photos need to be clear and well lit. Soap makers will either need to hire a photographer, or learn how to take quality photos themselves. How much does it cost to start a soap-making business? One of the major benefits of starting a soap-making business is that it's one of the most affordable types of businesses you can start. It's possible to pursue soap-making on a small scale on the side, gradually buying more equipment and supplies, only as the business grows. Startup costs for a small operation can be as little as $1,000. Some of the items to buy when starting a soap-making business include soap-making equipment, like stainless steel bowls, plastic jugs, and silicone soap molds. Inventory of ingredients, like lye, oils, fragrances, glycerin base, butters, micas, oxides, etc. Camera for product photography. Packaging and labels. Soap-making businesses can be profitable, but data on those specific profits are hard to come by. The Etsy store, the Little Flower Soap Company, likely makes about $80,000 per year, based on the store's sales and average product prices. Remember that expenses need to be factored into that income too, so exact profits are unknown. Profits will vary significantly from business to business. Factors like whether the business is run part-time or full-time, how the business sells its soaps, its profit margins, and the number of years the business has been in operation, will all affect its profits. It's particularly important that soap makers not try to compete on price alone. The market is so saturated with soap makers that if you price your products simply so that they're competitive with the lowest priced soaps for sale, you won't be able to make a profit. Instead, focus on delivering quality products and pricing your soaps appropriately. The skills needed to run a soap-making business. While starting a soap-making business doesn't require a business degree, certain skills and experiences can increase the chances of that business becoming a success. Soap-making experience. Making soap can be challenging, and getting consistent, quality results, batch after batch is even more of a challenge. Previous experience or education in soap making techniques will be helpful and can help to soften the learning curve when starting a soap making business. Understanding of aesthetics. Soaps need to be visually appealing, so an eye for aesthetics and overall design can help a soap maker to create products that look great on shelves and in photos. Knowledge of fragrance and color blending. As soap makers get more advanced and creative in their products, knowledge of fragrance and color blending techniques can help them create truly unique soaps that will stand out from the competition. Attention to detail. Details matter when making soaps, packaging them, and presenting them. An eye for detail is a valuable skill in this business. Marketing skills. Many soap makers don't have their own stores, and they often market their products themselves. Some experience with online marketing and in-person networking will be an advantage. Customer service experience. A soap maker who has previous customer service experience will know how to provide a great customer experience to increase customers' chances of returning. Creativity. The soap making industry is highly saturated, so a business owner needs to be creative in designing unique products, which will stand out from others. The next part of the video is not specific to a soap making business. Nevertheless, this knowledge is essential for success in the soap making business, as well as in any other business. Ignore it at your own peril. Operating a successful soap making business will depend on the following 4 conventions. 1. A practical plan, with a solid foundation. 2. Dedication, and willingness to sacrifice, to reach your goal. 3. Technical skills. 4. Basic knowledge of management, finance, record keeping and market analysis. As a new owner, you will need to master these skills and techniques if your business is to be successful. Finding a niche. Small businesses range in size from a manufacturer, with many employees, and millions of dollars in equipment, to the lone window washer, with a bucket and a sponge. Obviously, the knowledge and skills required for these 2 extremes are far apart, but for success they have one thing in common. Each has found a business niche, and is filling it. The most critical problems you will face, in your early planning, will be to find your niche, and determine the feasibility of your idea. Get into the right business at the right time, is very good advice, but following that advice may be difficult. Many entrepreneurs plunge into a business venture, so blinded by the dream, that they fail to thoroughly evaluate its potential. Is your business idea feasible? Before you invest time, effort, and money, the following exercise will help you separate sound ideas from those bearing a high potential for failure. Identify and briefly describe the business you plan to start. Identify the product or service you plan to sell. Answering yes to any of the following 3 questions means you are on the right track. A negative answer to all of them means the road ahead could be rough. 1. Does your product or service satisfy an unfilled need? 2. Will your product or service serve an existing market in which demand exceeds supply? 3. Will your product or service be competitive based on its quality, selection, price, or location? Market analysis. For a small business to be successful, the owner must know the market. To learn the market, you must analyze it, a process that takes time and effort. You don't have to be a trained statistician to analyze the marketplace, nor does the analysis have to be costly. Analyzing the market is a way to gather facts about potential customers, and to determine the demand for your product or service. The more information you gather, the greater your chances of capturing a segment of the market. Know the market before investing your time and money in any business venture. The following questions will help you collect the information necessary to analyze your market and determine if your product or service will sell. This brief exercise will give you a good idea of the kind of market planning you need to do. An answer of no to any of the questions indicates a weakness in your plan, so do your research until you can answer each question with a yes. 1. Do you know who your customers will be? 2. Do you understand their needs and desires? 3. Do you know where they live? 4. Will you be offering the kind of products or services that they will buy? 5. Will your prices be competitive in quality and value? 6. Will your promotional program be effective? 7. Do you understand how your business compares with your competitors? 8. Will your business be conveniently located for the people you plan to serve? 9. Will there be adequate parking facilities for the people you plan to serve? Planning your startup. The following questions are grouped according to function. They are designed to help you prepare for opening day. Merchandise. Have you decided what items you will sell or produce or what services you will provide? Have you made a merchandise plan, based upon estimated sales, to determine the amount of inventory you will need to control purchases? Have you found reliable suppliers, who will assist you in the startup? Have you compared the prices, quality, and credit terms, of suppliers? Business records. Are you prepared to maintain complete records, of sales, income and expenses, accounts payable, and receivables? Have you determined how to handle payroll records, tax reports, and payments? Do you know what financial reports should be prepared, and how to prepare them? Finances. A large number of small businesses fail each year. There are a number of reasons for these failures, but one of the main reasons is insufficient funds. Too many entrepreneurs try to start and operate a business without sufficient capital, money. To avoid this dilemma, you can review your situation by analyzing the following 3 questions. 1. How much money do you have? 2. How much money will you need to start your business? 3. How much money will you need to stay in business? In order to answer the second question, how much money will you need to start your business? You need to prepare an estimate of all your startup costs. Here is a list of items you may need to take into account. Note that this list is for a retail business. Items will vary for service, construction, manufacturing or online firms. Decorating and remodeling, fixtures and equipment, installing fixtures and equipment, services and supplies, beginning inventory cost, legal, professional fees, licenses and permits, telephone utility deposits, insurance, signs, advertising for opening, unanticipated expenses. Now, the answer to the third question, how much money will you need to stay in business? Must be divided into 2 parts, immediate costs, and future costs. From the moment the door to your new business opens, a certain amount of income may come in. However, this income should not be projected in your operating expenses. You will need enough money available to cover costs for at least the first 3 months of operation. The following list will help you project your operating expenses on a monthly basis. Typical expenses for 1 month may include your living costs, employee wages, rent, advertising, supplies, utilities, insurance, taxes, maintenance, delivery, transportation, miscellaneous. Now sum up the total estimated monthly expenses and multiply it by 3. This is the amount of cash you will need to cover operating expenses for 3 months. Deposit this amount in a savings account before opening your business. Use it only for those purposes listed in the above list, because this money will ensure that you will be able to continue in business during the crucial early stages. By adding the total startup costs to the total expenses for 3 months, you can learn what the estimated costs will be to start and operate your business for 3 months. By subtracting the totals of the lists from the cash available, you can determine the amount of additional financing you may need, if any. Now you will need to estimate your operating expenses for the first year after startup. The first step in determining your annual expenses is to estimate your sales volume, month by month. Next, determine the cost of sales. You may want to use a spreadsheet to do this. After startup, the primary source of revenue in your business will be from sales, but your sales will vary from month to month because of seasonal patterns and other factors. It is important to determine if your monthly sales will produce enough income to pay each month's bills. An estimated cash flow projection will show if the monthly cash balance is going to be subject to such factors as the following: failure to recognize seasonal trends, excessive cash taken from the business for living expenses, too rapid expansion, and slow collection of accounts if credit is extended to customers. Conclusion: if you have carefully answered all the questions in this video, you have seriously thought about your goal. However, there may be some things you may feel you need to know more about. Owning and running a soap-making business is a continuous learning process. Research your idea, and do as much as you can, yourself, but don't hesitate to seek help from people who can tell you what you need to know. As we conclude this video, it's time you get your free soap-making business plan gift. Go to the description below this video to get it now. It is completely free, no strings attached. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and hit the subscribe button for more videos like this.